Lately we have a lot of questions. Actually, I thought that would be really good too. The reason why I established this webinar is because a lot of people say, hey, I'm now being diabetic, and no, I cannot eat this, I cannot eat that. Life is very dry. That's what they say. And maybe life is dry if you do not plan your diabetic diet, exercise, and all that. But actually, we have able to eat a lot of wonderful things. Can make pizza, and future we're gonna get another very easy to make pizza. Is very delicious. Is only 9-gram carb. You can make the pizza so easily, and you make it a snack, or so it will be wonderful. Okay, so we can do all those good stuff. So just keep that in mind. Is not something that if you're diabetic you cannot do a lot of things. It's not true. You can eat a lot of things. Now, another thing that I will suggest, not to skip breakfast, because you said, wow, hey, I am going to, sorry, I'm just turning my light first. A lot of people say, hey, I am going to have a big lunch, and because of that, I should skip my breakfast. That's not a good suggestion, because what happened is I found many people start skipping the lunch and not getting a good meal in the lunch. They tend to eat lots more and end up the blood sugar boom goes up. So that is no good. So it's very good if you have a thinking, oh, I'm going to eat a buffet, I'm going to do that. You should actually plan your lunch to have something that maybe an egg, for example, in the morning. And last week we have a 90-second bread, which is very delicious. We can do that. So you want to have something that is, nice for you to eat, and also is low carb. So that way you won't overeat when you have actually a next meal. So a very important things you have to do that. I must say, a lot of people also, if they do not eat the breakfast, for example, I saw a lot of data now. Different clients send me their data. I noticed their blood sugar at lunch, they shoot up really high. Like, for example, they go as high as 240 for the America, and 300, sometimes as high as 300. So in Hong Kong will be like 12, 13, 15. So the reason for that is because they want to compensate the food they never eat, and they feel hungry, so they really get in and they really try to compensate the hunger, and that result they overeat. So net result, I must say, people really want to be healthy, make sure eat your breakfast. Even an egg will do. If you don't have time, like I said, I don't have time to make a hard-boiled egg. Just eat one egg. And if not, you can get some even avocado with something, or not white bread, but really whole grain wheat bread that will spread with peanut butter, a little bit like that. That will be able to satisfy your breakfast needs. So that is really important, because if not, you will have issue that a lot of people do not eat breakfast, and then boom, their blood sugar shoot up, and that is not a good health suggestions. Yeah. So anyway, well, time is up, and so I will start off the webinar. And first of all, I just gonna speak in Chinese real quick. 各位同學，多謝你香港嘅朋友好多謝你今日又參與我哋嘅講座。咁其實咧，點解咧係晏晝嘅時候咧，好多人就話我係前期患病者喎，同埋糖尿患病者喎，好多時咧都冇嘢食嘅，咁就好灰啦個人，好似哇樣都冇嘅咁嚇。其實就唔係嘅，其實係好多人咧，你都可以食好多不同好嘢嘅。咁今日我講係12個容易做嘅晏晝。So 大家都會係覺得好嘅。咁 I'm going to share my slide now. So I will make sure my slide will come out good. So I'll bring my slide over, and then we'll share. And here we go. Can Eugene tell me they can see the slide? Give me a 1 if you can, Eugene. You can see the slide. Okay, good, excellent. Oh, very good. Okay, thank you. Okay, you can see my slide. Okay, wonderful. Okay, today our subject is really good because, you know, as I mentioned, a lot of people just do not really talk about, you know, how they will prepare the lunch, especially for pre-diabetic, a diabetic person really need to prepare the lunch, have some kind of plan. So they need to really plan. And so today we talk about 12 very easy lunch to able to provide them a good idea, plan for it, easy to make. And plus we're going to give you a recipe called flat bread, 20-gram carb snack. The reason why I want to do that too is because a lot of people say, I want snack because I feel hungry at middle of the night or in the afternoon. I have nothing to eat. And so they start eating cracker and cookies. And at the end of the day, wow, the blood sugar goes up. So that's not good. So I want to make sure they have something that will easy to do. 各位糖友，今日咧我因為咧有好多糖友話俾你聽咧，哦，原來我冇嘢食嘅，晏晝又唔係容易有嘢食，令到血糖又會高。咁佢哋咧就好多時咧都幾掹整啊，同好似好灰啊。咁今日個講座咧就好特別，俾個12個好簡單嘅晏晝俾你容易做嘅，全部都容易做嘅。咁能夠係前期患病者、後期患病者咧，都可能夠做到，同埋有一個好嘅20 gram 嘅碳水化合物嘅 snack 俾你去叫 flat bread 即係整個麵包大麵包，但係呢個係一個麵包切埋咧，你可以擺啲醬落去咁好食嘅。So I'm going to spend real quick about less than 5 minutes to talk about diabetic because I have a lot of new people came in from Hong Kong, Philippines. So I just want to make sure they all catch up with what we do. It's just a summary. And on the other hand, you notice that whenever we preach the same thing, more and more you're going to enter your body, your mind, for example. So, you know, as you know, diabetic is really a chronic disease. It won't get well. All you do to control. And really, at the end of the day, I saw that true over and over again. The reason is because of the fact that we have customers that who actually, because of our program, they brought their blood sugar all the way down to 5.7 and lower or 6. But then they stop drinking the tea, Lowsutea, they stop doing exercise, stop diet. The blood sugar within a month and a half, it went back to 8. The blood sugar 8%. So it become high, not normal anymore. So you really have to control. 各位糖友記住，糖尿病就永遠唔好嘅，就一定要繼續控制。個問題咧，好多人咧唔了解到咧，就係原來佢以為好翻啦 ，A1C 由8、9、10跌到去6咧，已經好正咯喎。咁佢開始咧就唔飲去糖茶啦，又唔食 exercise， 又唔做 exercise， 唔食佢嘅 diet 啦。嘣一聲，個半月咧，就嘣一聲去翻8%㗎啦。咁變咗知道咧，原來咧你係永遠都要控制嘅。你當你有呢個前期患病者或者係糖尿患病者咧，你唔好諗住我會好嘅，其實就唔會好嘅，你只係控制嘅啫。咁同埋咧，糖尿病係損壞你所有血管啦，咁所以變咗係一個亦都唔係好嘅東西啦。同埋仲有一樣嘢咧。你會如果你係前期患者病3年，你冇控制咧，你會係變咗糖尿患病者，咁就更加弊家伙啦。咁控制做咩？一定要 diet 啦、exercise 啦，去你個磅重控制咧，仲要量度你血啦，因為你一定要知道你個血液係幾多啦，同埋咧仲有聽講座啦，同埋亦都繼續飲去糖茶啦，咁先能夠控制到嘅。咁所以變咗咧，個 lifestyle change 好重要嘅。如果 lifestyle 做得好咧，真係我見到咧。我哋而家好多糖友咧，真係變翻一個 normal person， 所以係好開心見到佢，佢哋亦都開心，我亦都開心。So imagine, diabetic has actually you have to continue to control your blood sugar because it affects all your body, organ, blood vessels, everything. So you really have to control that. But once you control, you have to continue to maintain the control. You have to lower your weight, you have to dieting, you have to exercise, you have to also measure blood, and then you have to also control your listen to webinar to update your knowledge. But very important, continue to drink Lowsutea because once you don't drink Lowsutea, the blood sugar also will go up. So this is so important. It will help you to lower your blood sugar, it detox, and also improve your LDL is really what it does. Now, if you do not, and how Lowsutea works is basic, very simple. They have guava leaf, block sugar into the cells, and bitter melon actually help the sugar go into cell, act like insulin. But there are two more new things that shows up is that the sugar and the sodium will go out through the urine because that's what bitter melon has this special function. So net result, your blood sugar will continue to go down. It won't go down real fast, it'll go down slowly, but it will go down. And if you don't do it, then what happens? You have a problem, a heart attack, vision problem, kidney problem, stroke problem, nerve problem, and poor circulation. I'll give you one good story. 如果你控制唔到糖咧，真係會有問題嘅。因為我有個朋友咧，啱啱咧就係心臟病啦，要入咗去醫院啦，咁佢又要搭橋手續啦。咁另外一個又係同樣嘅問題啦。咁呢個就一個前一個後嘅啫。咁後嘅即係已經做咗搭橋手續嗰個人咧，已經翻嚟話俾你聽，佢 Andrew 我早啲識你啦，咁我唔會有呢個問題啦。佢其實咧好快脆啊，佢糖尿都係幾年嘅喎，5、6年就係㗎咯。咁佢個心臟病啊，佢糖尿5、6年嘅啫。咁佢要做搭橋手續啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，佢個 blood sugar 好高，係落唔到嚟嘅，成日都喺10以上嘅。咁其實咧佢係真係咁，但係飲去糖茶咧，佢就開始慢慢去6個 range 啦，6點幾個 range 啊。咁佢又好開心啦。咁但係佢話，所以佢話我早啲識你啊，好啦嚇。咁所以其實咧好重要咧，真係要你個 diet 啊 control 啊。如果唔係咧，你個心臟係真係會。亦都最近有個 article 咧喺個 New England Journal 都話咧，如果你血糖高咧係會影響心臟嘅。So I just want to share with you a story. This is a real story that one client of mine who told me that, oh, I wish I knew you earlier, because what happened is for 6 years, and basically he became because diabetic, it created a tremendous heart problem, so you have to do bypass. He didn't realize that would be affected so seriously. He basically didn't think of that at all because it went so fast in 6 years, and he's not that old. He's only 50-something years old. So net result, that's why he said, I hope that I wish you know it earlier. Now she's taking Lowsutea, blood sugar dropped down to about 6, which is about 120, between 110 and 120. So he's very happy. But the problem is if he didn't actually control or he had control earlier, he doesn't need to do his bypass. So that's what he was saying. And I think that's the thing that really, this is truly a problem that you could end up. So today we will talk about the 12 easy lunch to prepare. If you are pre-diabetic, diabetic, all these are usable. You can able to use this, and it's very easy. 今日個12個好容易做晏晝咧，其實係即係比前期或者後期患病者全部一讀係好容易做嘅，每一次每樣嘢做都好簡單嘅啫。Okay, so the reason why I do that, so I first establish some principle how to make this lunch first, okay? Because pre-diabetic client or diabetic client must have a plan for a lunch to make sure their blood sugar does not significantly increase the blood sugar or the weight. So very important when you have a diabetic or pre-diabetic, you have to actually plan for your lunch so it doesn't go up. Your blood sugar doesn't go up. Now, making a lunch at home is actually better because when you are making a lunch at home, you control the amount of sugar you can eat. But in a restaurant, the problem a lot of times you don't know how much sugar to put in. So the sugar could be higher, the cholesterol could be higher. So net result affect your body weight. Especially nowadays, it's good because many people actually take lunch to the work or eat lunch at home because of the COVID. And I have many customers come back and say, hey, it was really good. I need your lunch advice. The reason is because now I no longer go out for lunch. I no longer buy lunch from outside. So now my lunch become much healthier. So this webinar basically give you that guidance, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，好簡單，因為咧好多前期同埋其他嘅即係糖尿患病者啦，我哋其實咧好多時咧唔知道咧，如果你出去食咧係有少困難嘅，因為你出去食嘅時候，你都唔知道佢落幾多糖、幾多鹽，同埋咧喺酒樓食嘅時候咧， 好多時咧佢可能落咗好多鹽糖，你都唔知嘅，咁就 affect 咗你個糖咧會高 up， 同埋你個膽固醇又高 up， 或者你個磅數加重，因為佢就俾好多糖同沙你食呢兩樣嘢。但係如果你全部喺屋企自己煮控制咧，咁你個 lunch 一定係健康啲嘅，你晏晝就好啲嘅，同埋咧亦都控制咗糖尿病。咁今日嘅 webinar 就講及呢樣嘢。咁但係做之前咧，我俾啲 principle 你嘅，即係有啲規則俾你去做。咁你能夠知道，就算點樣好咧，你都要知道點樣用你嘅做你嘅即係好嘅 diabetic friendly 嘅晏晝啦。OK。So today I'm going to give you some principle how to make a lunch first. So before we go to lunch, so you have some principle, you can use this principle so you can always make your lunch much easier, okay? So what is the principle? Basically, to build low sugar lunch, you need to plan. You need to have lean protein and you have to have vegetable. So all that will help you to make low sugar lunch.So what is called low sugar lunch? For example, skinless chicken. You know, you have a chicken breast, skin it, so no extra fat and cholesterol for you. You can have tuna fish. You can have shrimp. You can have beans. You have tofu. You have non-starchy vegetable. And then what is non-starchy vegetable? You have greens like lettuce.Broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, green beans, all these are called non-starchy vegetables. So you make your selection. So at the end of the day, a lot of people say, well, I have no choice. That's not true. There's a lot of choice here. You can make all kinds of good stuff here. So think about that first. Then we can able to put that all together, make all the kind of different lunch. 嗱，各位堂友，我哋咧首先咧俾啲所謂叫做規格俾你啦。等佢了解咧，原來咧食一個少糖嘅晏晝咧係好容易嘅，其實一啲都唔難。其實最緊要咧就多啲係好嘅蛋白質啦，係瘦嘅蛋白質，有雞蛋啊、瘦肉啊嗰啲嘢啦。咁第二咧製作嘅時候咧加埋菜咧，咁你個無糖或低糖嘅晏晝咧就好鬼正啦。咁 for example 啦，去皮雞啦、雞胸肉去皮，咁啊冇雞肉咯，梗係冇咗 cholesterol 啊。即係低咗肥啊啲東西啦，咁仲有咧就譬如好似 tuna 魚啦、蝦啦、海鮮啦都得嘅，豆啦、豆類咧，任何嘅豆類亦都 OK 嘅，同埋有豆腐啦，豆腐 very good 啊，記住有好多 protein 嘅，咁仲有咧係揾啲有唔係好多澱粉質嘅蔬菜啦，好似 for example 啦就。呢個沙律就可以能夠任何嘅菜啦、綠色嘅菜啦，仲有就可以做西蘭花啦、椰菜花啦，仲有呢個zucchini 啦，或者係綠豆啦，呢啲嘢全部係 very good 嘅 ，OK。咁另外一個啦。So another one is you have to plan your carbohydrate planning. In other words, you cannot want to do high carbs. You want to do low carb planning. So what that means? For example, for woman, target should be between 45 or 30 to 45 grams for the woman to capture the carbs. Okay. For men, it's about to 45 to 60 gram carbs. So net result, you always remember you have basically if you have not very low carb, you should have no more than 200 to 240 carbs a day. If you really want to control further, you can go down to about 150 a day or 150 gram carbs. So if at lunch, you can do 45, dinner, you do 60, and breakfast 30. So you always meet that carb requirement. So you need to also plan for high fiber carbohydrate to basically, why high fiber? High fiber, you will have, because of the fiber, it helps you to decrease the absorption directly into the bloodstream very quickly. They'll go into the bloodstream, raise your blood sugar. So you want to have the fiber there to delay the absorption. So net result, your blood sugar will not maintain high in the bloodstream. So for example, what are these items? For example, brown rice, which is about only 3.1 grams carbs. Imagine brown rice, 3.1 gram carb fibers versus white rice, 0.6 gram fiber. So brown rice is so much better than white rice. That's the reason why no white food. Remember I say that? In addition, you want to keep your fat income very minimal. So use olive oil and not butter, canola oil versus other very fat oil. So, or rather just butter, okay? So olive oil is better than just butter. So net result, this is one way to plan your carbohydrate planning. 嗱，各位堂友，好重要咧。嗱，頭先講咗啦，要 lean meat 啦，要菜啦，同埋有咩叫 lean meat 啦，有咩叫蔬菜係好噶啦。咁現在咧，我哋要諗咧，第一樣咧就碳水化合物嘅計劃啦。咁咩計劃啊？每個女士咧應該有大概30至45克嘅碳水化合物。男士咧就應該有45至60克嘅碳水化合物。咁呢個咧就變咗另外幫到你咧知道哇，我係咁多嘅碳水化合物先晏晝係 OK 嘅。仲有一樣嘢，如果你係食好多碳水化合物咧，你一定要多啲纖維嘅碳水化合物。咁咩叫纖維啊 ？For example 係好似我哋係糙米啊嗰啲咁嘅brown rice 啦嚇，糙米。咁咧佢原來咧已經有3.1 gram 嘅 fiber， 3.1克嘅纖維每一杯啊。咁如果白米啊點樣咧？得6.5 fiber 啊？點解 fiber 咁緊要咧？點纖維咁緊要？係因為佢幫助佢係降低慢啲嘅喺個血液收入，你血糖吸入啊。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你就會令到你個糖會嘣一聲咗佢。咁同埋就一樣咧。你要開始咧食啲嘢咧，唔好咁肥啦。咁即係 for example 咧，油啊唔好咁油啦。咁有咩唔好咁油啊？不如食嗰啲橄欖油啦，唔係咁油啦。或者係用呢個花生油啦，或者用呢個 canola oil 啦，就唔好愛啲即係牛油啊嚟做咧，咁就變咗係 OK 嘅。咁記住呢樣嘢，嗱呢個第二個計劃，第一個咧就係 lean protein 菜，依家咧就係個 carb 要計啦 ，OK。咁啦，我依家做咗一個 principle 之後咧，依家就講個晏晝係咩好食咯。So first we basically provide you the major principle, you know, the number of gram of carbs to be eat. Now we'll talk about a little bit more and also the vegetable you have, plus the oil, plus keep looking at more fiber food for lunch. Okay, so net result, that will be really good. So net result, you got to really have a sandwich with basically it's good to have a lean meat cheese sandwich, a whole grain bread sandwich, or almond bread sandwich. Now keep that in mind. Almond bread give you what? 2 gram carbs. So almond bread is really good. If you don't have that, write to me. I will give you the recipe of how to do the almond bread. 2 gram. It'll help you. So a quick sandwich is basically you can make all the almond bread ahead of time. If you don't have time, buy maybe the whole grain bread, not white bread, whole grain bread. Also, sourdough bread is good too, but they also decrease the absorption fast. Depends on the type of sourdough bread. So you ask the baker if you don't have the information. But best to almond bread or whole grain bread. Look at the package, see how much gram carbs in there. So if you have one slice of bread, is X number of grams, so that we can use that, okay? So first you have to get the bread. So then secondly, you have to put, because the bread usually white grain, the whole grain bread is 9 carbs already. Then you put down mustard instead of mayonnaise or butter. You put 2 slices of lean meat like turkey, chicken, breast. That type of good is very good. Or even lean beef slice. You can also put a piece of cheese. Mozzarella cheese is good. And then put some romaine lettuce on top. And then you have some pepper. And add together, you basically at a 35 milligram carbs and about 300 calories. So that is a wonderful lunch. And so sandwich is good. The important thing is select your bread. Remember the bread. The picture didn't say this is a sourdough bread, by the way. So you need to basically really looking for the right bread, not white bread, but right bread. And the right bread will be whole grain bread and almond bread. The rest of them are very good put together anyway. OK， 嗱，各位堂友，好重要咧，做三文治咧，一定要選擇你啱嘅麵包，因為麵包咧，如果你用個 whole grain， 即係用呢個叫做麥包全麥嘅麵包咧，係好啲嘅，因為佢係9 gram carb。咁所以買麥包嘅時候，你要睇下佢嘅 package 有咩幾多 gram 啊。咁另外一個咧就係佢，因為佢麥包咧，佢係有多啲纖維啊，咁佢 absorption 慢啲嘅。嗱，最好咧就用我哋嘅 almond bread 啦，叫做 almond bread。我俾你上一次嗰啲 almond bread 個 recipe 咧係2 gram 嘅啫。如果你需要呢樣嘢咧，話俾我聽，我寫個應該寫我哋個 email 喺度或者 WhatsApp， 咁你又問我，我可以 send 翻個 recipe 俾你嘅。It's a very good thing because we can continue to give you the 2 gram carb almond bread。咁如果做咗之後咧，你可以搽依個其他嘅醬落去咧，就唔好淨係用牛油啊，或者係沙律醬 mayonnaise 啊，可以用 mustard 即係呢個芥辣啦，亦都可以用個，然後咧就擺你或者火腿啊、雞片啊、肉啊都可以擺落去，同埋擺一個 low fat 嘅 mozzarella cheese 啦，咁然後咧就俾 romaine lettuce 啊或者 tomato 加上去啦，好容易啊！咁然後咧就加 pepper and salt 搞掂，總共咧呢個係35 gram carb， 再加係300個卡路里啦，咁係好正喎，係咪？咁依家你可以幫到你係已經控制咗一樣嘢咧，係你個 carbs 係 within 40個gram carb 喺個 lunch 量。So with that, you can now have a very good lunch, but only 40 gram carb now. So naturally, you're going to drink the tea, Lowsutea, with your lunch, right? So beverage, you don't need to drink additional stuff, okay? Now, the second recipe we'll give you is low sodium bean soup with maybe a cheesesteak or with some almond bread, okay? So making the bean is a real good, healthy food because it lowers cholesterol, and is very diabetic friendly, plus is antioxidant. And use what type of bean? You can use kidney beans, navy bean, black beans. Any type of bean will be good, actually. And you make a low bean soup and low fat sodium. Now, a lot of the clients say, oh, I don't know how to make soup. No problem. Get some low fat chicken broth. They have also tell you how much carb there is. And basically, with that, you can add together, and they will probably get a bowl, and you boil the beans together and make it easy and fast. So with that, you can actually, with that, you have 29 gram carb with only 350 calories. Again, it's a very good because each day you can eat between 1,500 to 2,000 calories. You can, if you want to lose weight, you can go as low as 1,200 calories. So this, you can able to plan the whole day is still under 1,200 calories. So imagine that this is very, very wonderful to have this to be planned part of your lunch. You can have half a sandwich and then the soup. Again, add it up, same thing. You have will be between 45 to 50 carbs. So you can still achieve your carb, and on top of that, you have lunch and soup. So that's wonderful. 嗱，各位朋友，你可以做呢樣嘢咧，有一個係豆湯啊。如果豆湯嘅話咧，好多人就話唔識做豆湯，唔緊要，買啲雞湯翻嚟。你最緊要買雞湯，嗰種雞湯係少碳水化合物嘅，咁個 carb 係 low 咧，咁你用呢樣嘢啦。邊就好嘅，因為佢有好嘅antioxidant 啦，抗氧化啦，亦都幫助你心臟啦，降低 cholesterol 啦。咁有咩啊？有個 kidney beans 啦，好多紅色粒粒嗰啲 kidney bean 啦，咁亦都有好多黃豆啊嗰啲豆咧都可以用到嘅。咁個 bean soup 咧最緊要少鹽咧同埋少脂肪，咁呢個咧就可以變到咧你係可能夠25 gram 29 gram 嘅 carbs 同埋350個卡路里嘅。咁好多人咧就話我飲一湯，咁仲有咩啊？可以食半個三文治。半個三文治係幾多啊？咁啊15咯，15又幾好喎。咁我變咗嚟加埋晒，我都係大概50個 gram carb， 咁亦都達到我個 carb 嘅。所以又可以 soup and sandwich very nice when you can add, the bean soup and the sandwich that we just talked about. Now, another one we have talked about is whole grain pasta. lean protein with veggie. Now this is very easy to do because you want to buy is you want a whole grain noodle, not the white noodle, whole grain noodle. Now whole grain noodle is about 45-gram carbs, about, if you put a half cup of tomato, pesto, base sauce together, is all together. When you do that, you actually had about 45 grams, okay? Now you need to buy some like white meat chicken, tofu, beans, lentil, all that add together into your pasta and then be done. But the key is you want to add vegetable. You don't want to add like starchy vegetable, but you can add tomato, onions, and some broccoli. So you can do those kind of vegetable, and the key here is do not use white pasta. White pasta is not good because the carb is very high. So when you look at pasta, it's important to go for whole grain noodle pasta. OK， 嗱，各位朋友記住，因為你話我好想食意大利粉喎，但係意大利粉最緊要買咩意大利粉啊？要買啲有全穀物體嘅意大利粉，其實係好有得賣嘅。你只係愛個 whole grain 嘅或者全穀物嘅意大利粉。咁呢意大利粉咧個碳水化合物咧就低嘅，大概45 gram carb 或者有陣時40零 gram carb 啦。但係你加埋晒又可以有番茄啊、洋葱啊一齊用嘅時候咧，你個意大利粉就好鬼正㗎啦。咁再加些少咧，就係你個 protein 啦，即係你個你個蛋白質啦。For example， 好似牛肉啊，唔係 sorry 雞肉啊、豆啊、好 lean 嘅，即係唔係肥嘅豬肉啊都 OK 嘅。咁就你可以加啲菜，再加菜，加蔬菜啦，可以加洋葱啦、番茄啦，加埋落去煮咧，你個餐就一定好好食㗎啦。咁最緊要咧就唔好用白嘅意大利粉，加埋晒咧有60 gram 嘅碳水化合物啦，再加個卡路里咧大概530個卡路里咁上下，咁係一個好晏晝嚟嘅。So don't use white pasta is the key. The rest of them is okay. Okay, so now another one that, and I think in the future we're going to have one very good recipe for you is called pizza cooking in a pan. You don't have to bake it. And I can show you in next few class how to do that. And I have this so many times, was so nice because of 9 gram carb. So when you make pizza, it's very important to make a thin crust pizza. And I'll show you how to do thin crust pizza later on. And not a thick crust, but thin crust. And you can put lots of veggie on top. And like, for example, like pepper, red pepper, olives, red onion, spinach, all the good stuff in there will be perfect. And then you put some lean meat like lean sausage, add that together, it's only 45 gram carb. And your calories about 400. So is a very good filling for snack, lunch is wonderful. So I will teach you later on with a real actual recipe. But nevertheless, when you go to like Costco to buy this, buy a thin crust pizza base if you have. Buy a cauliflower thin crust base because they do sell that. So try that. I think you'll be having wonderful. If you don't have that, in the next couple of lecture, I will show you how to make one of those. So you have that also. I think it will be wonderful to get that. 咁啊，各位堂友，記住 pizza 咧，最緊要食嘅時候咧，就要嗰啲好薄皮嘅 pizza， 唔好做厚皮，因為厚皮咧多數係一定要好多 carb 嘅。咁薄皮 pizza 咧又好食啲啦，同埋咧少碳水化合物啦，同埋咧再擺好多 vegetable 落去，即係好多菜蔬落去，越菜蔬多越好嘅。可以擺咗呢個 red pepper 啦、紅辣椒啦、olive 啦、橄欖啦、洋葱啦、菠菜啦，擺越多落越好。咁然後咧就擺啲唔好咁肥嘅腸啦，加埋咧，你煮咗佢咧就會好嘅正。咁就當然咧，你一定有 cheese 喺上面啦。 咁嗰啲 cheese 咧 low fat cheese 就 OK 嘅。咁呢個會有 very good 做一個好嘅晏晝。咁當然咧，你都要揀擇個番茄醬啦，咁搽個番茄醬啦落去咧，亦都好容易做嘅啫。So the next one is called the vegetable stir fry with brown rice. Now, why I selected brown rice? Because brown rice has, a high fibers. When you have brown rice, when you cook it with like bok choy, broccoli, carrots, all the things in there will make the brown rice taste very delicious. And on top of that, you can put lean protein like chicken, tofu, beans, eggs, fry eggs together. Wow, that's really good. And last but not least, use low sodium soy sauce. And that will be all come together. It's only 52-gram carbs. Now, it's easy to make, it's fast to make, and also is so good it is. Because brown rice actually help you to give you the starch, but on the other hand, is slow absorption in your bloodstream. And only 400 or 500 calories. So it's a wonderful way to do it, and it's fast. And easy to do. 嗱，各位糖友，嗱，記住咧，如果可以煮個炒飯咧，用即係一個糙米嘅炒飯，即係 brown rice 啦，煮咗 brown rice 之後咧，然後再之後炒，咁炒咧就要好多菜炒，係好似西蘭花啊、洋葱啊。白菜啊，或者其他嘅菜蔬，或者就算西蘭花都 OK 嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你用好多菜多啊，咁炒佢咧就好靚又香口，因為洋葱好香口啊，或者多啲洋葱或者多啲加力都 OK 嘅。咁仲有咧就係要揾啲好瘦嘅肉啦，好似貨即係雞肉啊、豆腐啊、豆類啊、雞片啊。或者係蛋啊，打蛋落去都 OK 嘅。咁但係油咧就要有啲唔係咁高油嘅油，同埋要少鹽 ，OK。咁最後咧就卡路里咧就係483個卡路里啦，就 carbs 52g carb。咁呢個咧係一個十分會好嘅東西嘅。咁記住做呢樣嘢咧係幫助你咧繼續創造啲嘢出嚟，又好食又少 carb。So stir fry whole brown rice is extremely healthy, is very good. Now, another thing, a lot of people think salad will be a good one. Is absolutely salad is good. So always try to good salads, and I'm suggesting a green salad with granola with low sugar dressing. So very simple. You could put like lettuce or spinach salads, romaine lettuce, kale, all that can be used as a salad base. And then you can put starchy vegetable come with it, like tomato, sweet pepper, carrots, or red pepper, doesn't matter, just put some more veggie in there. And then you can cook 2 to 3 cup less than 2/3 cup of granola. So that will be also build your salad a little better. And then you just get some low sugar dressing that can mix together. That will be very, very nice. Make your total salad become very delicious. With that, you have only 250 calories and 40-gram carbs. So again, a very nice salad, easy to make. All you do mix together, and you can do that. 嗱，各位糖友，好重要咧，揾個好啲嘅沙律。嗱，沙律好多人就諗住淨係食呢個綠葉就得啦，即係所有菜啦。其實唔係嘅，可以好多嘢食嘅。咁仲有咧，你可以加咩嘅咧？加唔係淨係生菜啦，再加紅蘿蔔啦、胡椒啦，或者係番茄啦，同埋不同嘅菜蔬，好似 romaine lettuce 嗰啲咁樣。仲有咧，就加多一啲叫做熟咗嘅granola 麥啊，咁變咗能夠令到你咧煮咗佢咧更加 fill up 多啲嘅granola， 係會好幫助你去即係 feel 容易飽滿啊。OK。咁仲有咧就攞啲最好咧就係 low sugar 嘅 dressing。嗱，意大利有好多 low sugar dressing 嘅，咁係揾啲叫意大利低糖嘅即係低糖嘅沙律醬啦，咁就會令到你咧最後 你食完嘢之後咧，你只係得250 gram carb， 或者40 gram 嘅40 grams of carbohydrate. That will be very good. So just keep that in mind. Always try to get your low carb. So salad is very good. Now, one more thing is a lot of people said, oh, wow, you know, I can do a hard-boiled egg with some almond and chopped carrot. And you can dip the carrot and almond or celery can do the same thing. But that will be a very easy lunch to do. Then what I'm saying is 2 hard-boiled eggs is easy to make because you make hard-boiled 2 minutes, you can do it. And then you can use half a cup or 1/4 cup unsalted almond. It's easy to do because almond is always available. And then you add 1 cup of baby carrot, and then you can get some hummus to dip on and eat. So that is very easy. Hummus is the 我哋去 supermarket 咧買 hummus 咧好容易買嘅。So it's very easy to find the hummus and make sure that you get some hummus and you can dip that and eat lunch. And that's real nice. And the calorie of that is only 416 carb and 22 gram carb and 416 calorie. So it's very easy, very delicious, and you can just dip and eat. Easy to make. So think about that is one thing that make your lunch is a little more exciting. Now you can also mix up this, for example, with your sandwiches. Maybe a little less than that, half a sandwich, so you still get 40 gram carbs. Or soup with this, also same thing. So you can mix with all the things that we just talked about just now, or a little salad, and this will be also can help you to achieve your goal. But half bowl of that, and then half of this is the same thing. So you can mix and match. So you make your life extremely exciting. OK 嗱，各位同學好簡單，你可以焗2隻雞蛋，整於佢嘅烚蛋又得，唔係烚蛋又得。咁同埋咧，再加埋咧，你4分1杯嘅杏仁啦，同埋咧再有啲細嘅紅蘿蔔仔啦。咁再去 supermarket 買啲 hummus 啊 ，hummus 係好多 supermarket 買嘅，係一啲豆醬嘅 dip。咁你加埋咧，你只係得400 gram 嘅卡路里啦，就20 gram 嘅carbs 啦。咁但係其實咧，你可以用一半呢個食一半三文治，一半沙律食呢個都得嘅。咁你加兩樣 mix 埋咧，令到你晏晝又豐富又好，又有多不好特別嘅興趣。OK。Then the next one is you can do a sushi roll. Now sushi roll is very easy to make also. You basically cook 2/3 cup of brown rice, so you have some rice, and you have 5 ounces of roasted salmon or tuna fish, you roast it, and then you put 2 slices avocado inside, and then you put some cucumber inside, green onions, and then you have 1 roll seaweed rolled up, and you got a very nice, easy make sushi. Okay, you just roll and put the rice and all that, rolls it up, you have sushi. But you use brown rice, not white rice. I couldn't get a brown rice sushi picture. That's the reason I got a white rice. But nevertheless, the brown rice, not white rice, will be good. And you have about 320 calories, and then you have basically about 40 carbs. So this is a very delicious actual suggestion. So easy to make and easy to enjoy. And you can make this ahead of time, by the way, because a lot of my friends actually make this the night before, and then the next day they do that, and it makes it 3-4 days the same thing. They spread it in different lunch, so it can be very mixed, easy to make. A nice way to make the sushi. 嗱，另外一個方法咧，同學你可以做一個壽司卷啊。咁但係咧要愛咩咧？就去做米，即係 brown rice 嚟做嘅，就唔係白飯嚟做嘅嚇，記住啊。咁咧你就用一個仲有5ounce 嘅。呢個係三文魚啦，或者 tuna 魚啦，咁同埋咧加啲牛油果啊、黃瓜啊，同埋仲有葱啊，同埋芝麻都得嘅。咁你擺落去咧，咁同埋咧就一個即係個紫菜啦，咁啊捲埋佢就食就得㗎啦。咁就好鬼正嘅，因為呢個咧係只係320個卡路里啦，同埋咧大概40 gram carb， 咁就好容易做嘅啫。咁啊 easy to make， 同埋好多外國人咧或者香港人都係佢一次咧就做幾個 即係 sushi 嚟擺雪櫃，然後就晏晝拎出嚟食，亦都 OK 嘅。咁有啲咧就做咗個餡，然後咧就嗰日先包，亦都 OK 嘅，喺雪櫃攞出嚟。So another one you can have is called a whole wheat wrap with lean protein avocado. Now, another thing that we can have in this one is naan bread. Remember last few times I make a naan bread recipe for you guys? You can use that too because naan bread is only a 3 or 4 carbs. So this is a low carb. You can mix with all kind of stuff. Like you can do hummus, and you can do lettuce, tomato, and some chicken in there. It's very delicious. I found that naan is just as good as this one, but this one a whole wheat tortilla, because the reason why I said tortilla because you can buy this in the supermarket. So you can have a whole wheat tortilla, easy to buy, but you don't have tortilla, you can buy tortilla. You can actually make yourself with something called naan bread, and I have the recipe of naan bread. You want it, I can say send it to you guys also. We had it before, and it's easy to make. And it's also you can put tomato, you can put some chicken, you can put some tuna fish. It's really delicious. It's only about 260 gram calorie, and carb is only 27 gram carb. It's really good. Again, you can mix with other things up front. You can put some bean soup and this, then you can at least have 50 gram carbs, and you can also enjoy a variety of things. 各位朋友，你可以做個叫 whole wheat 即係用個全麥嘅 wrap 啊。咁其實點解用全麥 wrap 咧？因為你容易可以有得買嘅喺 supermarket。如果你冇咧，你記唔記得上一次我做過叫 naan 有個印度麵包啊？咁我有個 recipe 俾過你哋，嗰個亦都好容易做，嗰個2 gram carb 嘅啫。咁你加牛油果落去啦，加蛋落去啦，或者加啲avocado 落去又得啦，你加菜落去又得啦。加乜嘢落去得，加埋好啲即係瘦肉落去又可以嘅。咁其實好咧就係最後咧都係得260 gram 嘅卡路里啦，同埋同埋仲有咧係呢個27個 gram 嘅碳水化合物啫，咁就好正嘅。And on top of that, you can also call a brown rice, bean, and lean protein mix in a bowl. Now, this is something, again, is very delicious because you basically cook 1/4 cup of brown rice, you mix with beans, skinny bean, black bean, doesn't matter, whatever beans you make. And plus, you're going to get some grilled chicken, chop, your tuna, fish, or turkey, tofu, chop it up. And then you have other chopped vegetable, like, for example, vegetable like lettuce. You can put some beans inside, spinach, doesn't matter. And you can also put some yogurt if you want to, put sour cream mixed together, and you can put some cilantro and then squeeze a lime. Wow, that's really wonderful. And you mix it together, you get 290 gram carbs, calories, and 41 gram carbs. So this is easy to make. All you do is cook the beans and rice already. You just mix together. You can make ahead of time. And just mix them together. It's so easy. A lot of people loves it because it's so filling and easy to make. 嗱，各位朋友，好簡單咧，就係用一啲呢個糙米啦，1/3杯嘅糙米啦，同埋半杯嘅所有嘅任何 beans 啦，有 kidney bean 黑麥豆腰豆嗰啲全部可以做到嘅。咁就揾啲雞肉咧煮咗之後切碎一粒粒啦，或者 tuna 魚啦、雞啦，同埋咧愛啲唔係有好多即係要唔係咁要啲生菜啦、菠菜啦，或者小豆啦擺落去撈埋晒，咁你可以揾啲 sour cream 酸奶撈埋一齊，亦都好味嘅。咁亦都咧加埋仲有一樣嘢咧，加啲芫茜多啲芫茜好好食嘅，你加啲芫茜，再後咧就擺少啲 lime 呢個擺啲 lime 落去咧，咁加埋咧嗰個味道係十分好嘅。咁混合晒一碗飯，咁你就可以食得啦。咁呢個咧就比炒飯更加香口嘅，因為佢係唔會咁肥啦。咁同埋咧，你係用咗呢樣嘢咧，只係得290 gram 嘅卡路里啦，同埋41 gram 嘅碳水化合物嘅。 咁啦，仲有咧，我有個 suggestion 咧，做個叫92 gram 嘅 bread， 記唔記得上一次俾你嗰個 recipe 啊？你可以加得 cottage cheese 或者 regular cheese ham， 記唔記得90秒嘅麵包咧 ？We can do that. So remember last time we give you a recipe to make 90 gram carb, no 90 bread just last week, and it's easy to make. You make that, you can, after that, you put cheese, you put ham, you put some berry, you can make it easy. And you can also put some cottage cheese in there or regular cheese in there. It doesn't matter. And then you put some berry in there. So all together is only 39 carbs. It's easy to make. Now the picture in here is a wheat bread, but on the other hand, you should get the 92 gram bread because that is easy to make and that is only 8 gram carb, I believe. So you can use that as a base and then put, after you make the 92 gram bread and you put the cheese on top, put ham on top, put some avocado on top, you can, and put some lettuce on top. Now you have a very nice lunch right there. And if you want to get some blueberry on top also and make your lunch very exciting. 咁我上一次記唔記得我講過咧，有個90秒嘅麵包嚟做啦。咁將佢做咗個麵包之後咧，用呢個做個麵包 base 啦。咁你又擺 ham 啦、火腿啦、cheese 啦、少 berry 啦，即係個blueberry 啦、個藍莓啦。咁加上去咧時候咧，咁食嘅時候咧就好好食嘅。咁總共咧就係有35個碳水化合物。但係咧就卡路里只有350個，咁係一個好快餐又容易做嘅東西。嗱，最後啦 ，the last one is we use a whole grain toast with tuna salad. So you use tuna salad. So just use a can of water, tunas, not the oil one, the water one. Use avocado. You use olive oil base, mayonnaise to mix, and then you have chopped vegetable, you have lettuce, tomatoes, onions, all that mixed together, mixed to a big bowl. And then with that, you have one whole piece of whole grain toast, and now you got a wonderful lunch. Very easy to do. It's 326 calorie, carbs is 25 grams. So very easy to do. So this is just a whole grain toast salad with tuna salad with a toast, easy to make, very fast. 仲有一樣嘢咧，可以做一個好容易做咧，就係用啲全麥嘅麵包，同埋加埋你嘅 tuna 魚，再加埋沙律嘅菜蔬，好似呢個可以加呢個romaine lettuce 啦，或者係 celery 啦，即係個芹菜啦、洋葱啦。仲有加埋 avocado 啦、油果啦 ，mix 晒佢一齊 ，OK。咁其實咧，再加呢啲叫做欖油嘅 mayonnaise 又可以做出嚟嘅。咁加埋晒 mix 咧，好容易做嘅啫。咁然後咧再加一塊麥包，咁呢個係一個好晏晝啦，因為卡路里已經300幾個卡路里，然後咧 carbs 已經25個，咁啊好正。So this is a very easy to make salad. It's really delicious. Now, by the way, actually all the stuff that I tried is already tried. Is very good. Again, you can combine all these. In other words, I could have this tuna sandwich. I can have the soup, or I can have the sushi and this. So you can mix whatever. You can just cut it in half, and you can still achieve, but you have a good variety lunch. So in summary, you can still get your lean meat and cheese sandwich in a whole grain bread. You can have low sodium bean soup. You can have whole grain pasta. You have a thin crust pizza. You have a veggie to stir fry brown rice. You can have green salad with granola with low sugar dressing. 2 hot broiled with almond carrot dipstick is very delicious. You have sushi roll. You have whole wheat wrap and lean protein avocado. And you can have delicious brown rice bean with lean protein in a bowl and 90-second bread. And as one more thing, it's just a salad. Somehow they missed that. I don't know why. But anyway, there's a salad in there, the tuna fish salad. So you have a very good 12 item in there. Very easy to do. and keep in mind drink Lowsutea。記住咧，好簡單就有好多種嘅，好多人話冇嘢食，其實唔係啊，你好多嘢食啊，你可以做有瘦肉三文治啦，有個 bean soup 啦，豆湯啦，有個 whole grain pasta 啦，即係全麥嘅意大利粉啦，仲有個 pizza 係要薄餅 pizza 啦，同埋仲有呢個菜蔬做出嚟嘅 brown 糙米個炒飯啦，仲有一個沙律啦 granola 沙律啦，兩個熟咗嘅雞蛋，再加杏仁啦，同埋有個壽司卷啦，同埋有 whole wheat 嘅lean protein avocado 啦，仲有一個糙米飯，再加mix 埋喺個煲裏邊，咁有好多好食嘅東西啦。90個second 嘅麵包同埋 cheese 咧，仲有 tuna 魚三文治tuna 魚沙律。咁其實咧，老實講加埋晒咧，你有好多不同嘅嘢食喎，唔係咁少喎。So at the end of the day, you have tremendous selection of different lunch. So it's not boring at all. And on top of that, you can drink your Lowsutea every meal you have. So net result, you have a variety. You enjoy your lunch. It's not something that, wow, I have nothing to eat. You have a lot to eat now. A lot of good stuff. So you can able to cook it easy. And all these preparation actually is less than 15 minutes, okay? So you keep that in mind. And you can cook ahead of time and mix it later. Okay, so now I'm going to give you the 21-gram carb snack. It's called a flatbread. So I'm going to start the video now and take a picture of the ingredient first. I'm going to just give you a couple minutes, take a picture of this ingredient because it has quite a bit of stuff in there, but it's very delicious. And later on, you can actually dip into like tomato sauce, dip into a mayo sauce that I suggested. So actually you can do that. So take a picture of that first. I'm stop now. Take a picture. So I give you about a couple minutes to take a picture. So basically, as you have mozzarella cheese, cream cheese, eggs, and all these things are going to be in there. It is a lot of little bit small item, but it's easy to do. It's not hard to make. As basically it took you maybe about 15-20 mixes. Okay, so I'm going to move here to go into my video and then go from there. Oh, sorry. Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm Andrew Lowsutea, president. Hey, you know, a lot of friends asked me. They said, hey, Andrew, you know, my blood sugar is going up and in the night. I like to eat sweet or some kind of snack. I don't know what to do. And on top of that, you know, when I can pick up cookies and my blood sugar goes up and on and on and on. So they looking for snack. And the bad thing is they start eating not only cookies, they're eating chips, they're eating all kinds of things. So I figured, well, you know, I need to get some healthy snack for you, at least something that within maybe 20 carbs. So that way you can able to eat one or two, satisfy yourself. And then you put something like tomato sauce to dip in a steak, for example, which is kind of nice. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have a really very simple recipe called flatbread bread that you can able to experience. And it's easy to make. And anybody can do it, and so simple. Hi， 各位朋友，我係 Andrew Lowsutea president。你好，嗱，其實好多朋友咧同我講咧，佢就話：喂，夜晚都話想食下啲，即係有少少 snack 食下啦。咁但係好多時咧，佢哋 end up 就食咩？食啲 potato chips 啦，即係薯片啦。咁食下咧，好快食咗100-200個 gram of carbs 喎，哇！咁就好弊，因為個血糖係咁高。有啲佢話食完一個 cookie 又食一個 cookie。每個 cookie 咧20-30個 gram carbs， 咁變整咧又係唔得嘅，所以變咗咧，我今日咧就去 research 下睇下有咩好正嘅 recipe， 俾你能夠係食一啲嘢咧係好好食，但係咧食1-2嚿已經夠啦。咁 咁同埋咧就 dip 落去咧，又可以到一啲 tomato sauce dip 啊，咁就好正仔嘅。咁今日咧我就介紹呢個做個 flat bread 嗱 flat bread。So this is the ingredient of flat bread. It's very simple. You have 100 grams of mozzarella cheese, 1 tablespoon cream cheese, 1 large egg. You whip it, and then 30 grams of almond flour, and you have 2 cloves of garlic. You mince it here, and then you have 1 teaspoon of dry oregano, and then salt and pepper, and then you have 1 teaspoon of rosemary. 嗱，今日咧其實個產品咧好簡單嘅，有100 gram 嘅mozzarella cheese 啦，同埋咧1個 tablespoon of cream cheese 啦，同埋1隻大嘅蛋打爛咗佢啦，咁然後咧有杏仁粉啦30個 gram 嘅，咁然後咧就2塊嘅garlic整碎咗佢啦，咁然後咧就1個 tablespoon of dry oregano 同埋鹽啊胡椒，再加埋咧就1個 teaspoon of rosemary。嗱，做咧好簡單嘅。So to work it out is so simple. First, I have to mix this. This is basically mozzarella cheese. I put the whole mozzarella cheese here, and I will make sure I put everything in. And what I will do is, after I do this, I will basically put the 1 tablespoon of cream cheese into this bowl. 咁做咧其實好簡單咧，就將個 mozzarella cheese 再加個 tablespoon 嘅 cream cheese 擺咗先，咁然咧我就擺呢個咧就去個 microwave 度。咁嗱，停一停個機，我而家去 microwave 度。So we stop the camera right now after put the mozzarella cheese in here and the cream cheese. So we're gonna stop the camera because I'm gonna put this to the microwave. Hi, I'm back. Okay, you notice mozzarella cheese I put in the microwave. So what I did is I made it in such a way that the cheese melted. It's all melted now. So now we're gonna melt the cheese already very melted, and then now I'm gonna mix it up with the cream cheese. And what I would also have to do, so 依家個 mozzarella cheese 已經差唔多溶啦，咁啊加啲雞蛋落去。咁呢個雞蛋發咗嘅雞蛋擺落去啦，咁好簡單，樣樣撈埋去就得㗎啦，差唔多 ，OK， 咁啊 OK， 咁啊再加杏仁粉，咁呢個 mix 啦 ，OK， 咁啊依家咧就將個雞蛋咧同埋嗰個mozzarella cheese mix 晒佢。然後咧再加杏仁粉。OK， 而家加杏仁粉落去啦。咁咧，然後咧再加杏仁粉之後 ，so get the almond, and then I get the rest of the stuff in there now. Very simple, just mix the garlic, and then after garlic, put the oregano. After put oregano, I put the salt and pepper. After salt and pepper, then just rosemary. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, so now we've got all mixed. And look like a real like a bun, like, you know. So you can see that's how it look like after that. Look something like this. Okay. So I keep mixing good, making good. Okay, pretty much soon to be all finished making. Okay, so after mix all that now, that we'll put into a flat pan. So I'm going to stop my camera and then I will prepare my flat pan. Okay, so we'll stop the camera now. The flat pan. Okay, we got the flat pan here. Maybe I can. Okay, see, I can finish this. then we can able to put the flat pan together here. Okay, pretty much done. Okay, good. Here you go. Okay, now it's very simple. All you do is just mix it all up, and it's pretty much done. So the next step, I get my flat pan. Oh, okay. Let me get the flat pan, and then let me get a piece of. Okay, here we go. Let me get this out. Now I have a piece of wax paper here, and what we'll do is we will put this flat pan dough onto the pan. Okay, so just like this. Wow, it's very, the fragrance is very nice. And all you do is using this, and you flatten it out. And what you do is you flatten this out. Use your pan, you flatten it out. And soon I'm going to use my hand to continue flatten this out. And eventually you flatten to be a thin plan. And so, hold on, let me just use this, use my hand now. Okay, so you press it down and flatten it out, okay? So you flatten it out. And pretty much flatten this out. Okay, I'm almost done. And now that is pretty much done. And you flatten this out all together, and then you go put it to the oven for 15 minutes at 180 degrees. So that's how it looks like. And basically, after this, we'll put it in the oven for 180 degrees. I'll turn off the camera now. I will heat the oven up to 180 degrees or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's very simple. So 我哋而家 flat 到咁樣，然後我就擺喺 oven 嗰度咧焗佢總共10至15分鐘，180度 C 或者350度 Fahrenheit。OK， 咁一陣間見。Turn off the camera now. Hi, I'm Angela. I'm back, and the oven just went ding, and that's perfect because now is ready. Did it about maybe 15 minutes now. And I actually turned on 100 degrees C or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, top and bottom. The boiler is on, and also the bottom, the oven is on. So make sure then the flatbread will come out actually really nice and brown. 嗱，頭先咧我已經 turn off 咗咧180度 C 啦，15分鐘啦。上面個 boiler 又着咗，下低又焗爐咧焗咗，即係全部咧上下都焗緊嘅。咁就變咗咧，總共咧就焗咗15分鐘。咁我而家拎住嚟睇下有咩事先。哇好似好靚仔啊 ！Oh look at this, so nice， 睇到啊？哇好靚好靚。OK， 依家你睇到嗱，依個咧就我哋個 flat bread 啦。OK， 嗱 ，this is how the flat bread look like. You know how nice that is? Let me open it up and take a look. You see how good is this? How beautiful that is? Okay, so now I also take some cucumber and also some of the celery and some of the mayonnaise lemon sauce last time I made already. So just to make it as a snack, it's only 20 grams carbs, so it's very easy. So I'm gonna cut a bit, and you can cut it the way how you want to cut it. I cut a little bit out, and we're gonna try it. Okay, so let's see. So what you do is look something like that, right? Okay, so we can dip this together. Let's take a look. Very delicious. And what you can do is eat this with also some cucumber together. Take it together, dip it, and make it together and see how good.
Wonderful. It's very delicious. So that one, dip the sauce, the cucumber, or celery, make a perfect match. If you don't like this, you can also make tomato with some tomato sauce. You can also do the same thing. Dip the tomato sauce is also just as good. There's so many variety. 你可以揾番茄醬啦，又可以上一次我做嗰個mayonnaise 醬啦，加呢個cucumber 啦或者 celery 啦，咁兩樣咧都好正嘅。咁我試下用咗依樣嘢沙嚟試下，又點樣咧？應該幾好嘅。試下，我都試過頭先，不過再試一次啦。The celery tastes even better. So this is a wonderful snack recipe, and you can enjoy your holiday with only 21 gram carb. And it's wonderful, easy to make, and delicious. See you next time. I'm Angelo, signing out. Bye.
Okay, so now I'm gonna answer questioning. There are some questions from Hawaii group, which is kind of nice. So first question is like, for example, let's see. They were saying that how much brown rice in a cup versus white rice. Now, when you talk about brown rice, the carbs for white rice is 30 gram carbs, and brown rice is only 23 gram carbs. So you have about 7 different gram carbs already. 記住白飯咧有大概30 gram carbs 啦，然後紅米咧就唔係brown rice 咧即係早米咧就係大概23 gram. But the difference here is that the brown rice have fibers, and it is actually a lower glycemic index, so it doesn't absorb very fast to your bloodstream. That is a major benefit. On top of that, brown rice has a lot of vitamins, antioxidant, everything is there. So you get more antioxidant, lower absorption speed, and you basically have more vitamin, antioxidant. That's why brown rice is much better than white rice. So that's the reason why we suggest eating brown rice, okay? So thanks, Eugene, the questions. And then, are there any non-starchy better, one of the non-starchy vegetable better than the other? Actually, it's not much more better than the other. It's about the same, but on the other hand, non-starchy vegetable like corn, beans, the peas, actually, those are real starchy vegetables. That's high carbs. But the rest of them are actually better low carb. So it's all about the same 1-2 gram different. It's not going that much different. And then carrots, the carrots are very good because carrots is only 6 gram carbs. So for carrots is actually very good. So that's carrots. If around 1 cup of carrot, you have about 9 gram carb. 1 cup, okay. Net carbs is 9 gram. 9 gram carb. 1 cup of carrots. So that's pretty good, and it's a lot of fiber also. So carrot actually is very good. What is 1 cup of carrots? Is about 122 grams. This is not a carrot, by the way. So if you take carrots as 122 gram 1 cup, 122 gram cup had 9 gram carbs. So it's a good vegetable to eat as a steak, right? So that's the reason why we suggested carrot. But you don't, matter of fact, not all of us can eat 1 cup of carrot. So you basically, the carbs will be even smaller because you made 2/3 of a cup. It will be better. or whatever you use. But 1 cup, 122 grams is 9 gram carb. Greek yogurt, why is better? Because Greek yogurt is 6 gram carb versus the typical yogurt you buy from the supermarket. And so it's very important you get good yogurt, Greek yogurt, because it has less sugar, and also it is the lower carb, 6 gram. And plus they don't put all kind of things in there to make the sugar very artificial. So that's the reason why I would suggest Greek yogurt versus other yogurts. So that would be the other question that I have. So I think I answered all the questions, right? Okay, I think I did. Okay, okay, right here. Okay, good. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate some of your comments. That is awesome. Lunch, I think that's really good. And I appreciate you guys keep thinking of brown rice this weekend. That was wonderful. Go down to Costco to buy small brown rice. 多謝各位糖友。嗱，其實好多糖友都話哇好正喎，呢個12個 lunch 啊，咁啊記住買啲早米或者 brown rice 啊，咁能夠咧煮啲 brown rice 係令到更加好食，又可以 mix 又容易做，咁咧降低血糖最緊要。Lower your blood sugar, you get more antioxidant, more fibers. Actually, with all the more fiber, you drink Lowsutea, you get what? You get better bowel movement. 記住，你飲多啲糖，飲多啲Lowsutea，再加你個 fiber 咧，對你大便咧都好有益嘅，因為咧佢會幫助你大便更加舒暢。Okay, so thank you again. Have a nice weekend. I thank you very much for your participation to our webinar. Greatly appreciate you actually joining us, and we'll talk to you next week. Okay, thank you again. Have a nice, very nice weekend. Goodbye. Thank you.